Well, hey there folks, welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here. It's time for another beer review. Beer number 3 in this batch. Got one more to do after this. And we're going through our Polly's Brewery showcase. Some more beers that I picked up from Beer and elsewhere. Now if you're brand new to this channel, welcome along to the Hop House, we'll call that. Because we like hoppy beer, we like house music. So if you like either of those, or both, then give us one of those. Give us a like, share, subscribe to this channel if it sounds like your cup of tea. Okay, so I'm in Polly's Bruco IPA heaven. We're in December, beginning of, so it's taken me a while to get around to reviewing these beers, but obviously I've been working and doing shifts and what have you. Stunning, absolutely stunning what I've had so far. Polly's, they just, I don't think they make bad beer, do they? I've really changed my mind on Polly's. The ones that I got back earlier at the beginning of the year, the left field beer jobbies were brilliant. But some of these that I've got direct on this Brewster subscription have absolutely been bob on. So check out Polly's Bruco. Now, this is where it's gonna test, I suppose. So I've just had a IPA, the Bubble Dream. Before that I had the Mosaic Double Dry Hopped IPA. What I've got now is the IPA that's gone into Morrisons. So this is actually a supermarket beer. Polly's Bruco actually put 2 beers into Morrisons recently. One was Satin Pattern, a double dry hopped pale ale, which I did the last time, which was phenomenal. Probably actually my favourite of those, even over the ones I got direct from Polly's, which is quite interesting. So I'll show you. I'll just show you. Okay, so this is into Morrisons, $3.50 a can. I think it only goes into the big Morrisons, but I happen to find that it's in both of the Morrisons that are local to me. Yes. And it's this. It's called Mosaic Maze, and it's a hazy IPA coming in at 6.7%. Lovely can design, Polly's down the side. But what you do tend to find is the ones that you get from Polly's, like the last one, just has the teardrop logo on, and that's about it, and then the big Polly's down the side. What they've done is they've actually written inside the teardrop Polly's Bruco in the supermarket ones. So it's just to maybe slightly change the branding, the design a bit, but also put the brand out there. If someone picked that up, like really, you pick that up with that on the side, you're going to think, okay, it's Polly's, but it doesn't actually say Polly's Bruco. So, if you're trying to attract people at the supermarket, they might be more willing to pick that up and think, oh, I've never had anything from that. And it might also make them want to go direct to the brewery as well. I'm just hoping this is as good as the previous 2 I've had. Should we get it out into the glass? In the glass? Here's my vocation STEMmy jobber. I love this glass. Although the icebreaker one that I just used is my favourite. Although this one is corking. There we go, that'll do. That'll do. There's your beer in the glass. It looks a little darker than the previous 2. It does look more custardy and a bit orangey, whereas the other 2 were really pale, especially the Mateka one was really, really pale in colour. Nice white head on it. Let's do a bit of lace division. For those that love the lacing, I know you're out there. I know you're there. Jig, 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 jig. Look at that. Look at that there. And now we'll twist and twirl it. Twirl it all around. All around this town. Hopefully you can see the bubbles chasing the bottom of the head. That's the whole idea behind that. It's the magic trick that I love in beer. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. I wouldn't say it looks any worse than the previous 2 I've had. This is the highest ABV one as well. So we had the Mateka at 6%, that Bubble Dream one at 6.2. This is 6.7. So this is this to me is going to go up against your Toucan Tropic by Vocation. It's that sort of strength, isn't it? I think same ABV. And the wave after wave jobber. So that's what it's going up against for me in terms of supermarket beer. But is it going to be as sensational as the last two beers I had in terms of mouthfeel, in terms of quality? We'll find that out in a minute, but first let's go for this in there. Let's give it a whiff, see what we can sniff. I mean, yeah, it's there. Maybe slightly less. No, it's definitely there. Real fresh, fruity, very fruity beer, very juicy. I'm getting peach, mango, pineapple, bit of apricot. A little bit of that berry and bubblegum aroma that you get with Mosaic. I love Mosaic hop. I just love beer. I love it too much, don't I really? It's not right. Tell you what though, this smells right. Let's give it a try. Bottoms up, down the hatch. I can't fault it. I can't fault it. What a beer. What a beer. Again, that is sensational. That is absolutely bloody out of this world. It's a bit more danker. It's a bit more danker than the other ones I've had. It's got a bit more ABV to it. Let's put the rest in. There's already sediment there. I don't know, it's too bloody cloudy and hazy to see. It's a hazy IPA. It knocks the socks off the competition in terms of what else you can pick up in Morrisons. You know, this is £3.50. You can pick this up, or you can pick up... What else are you going to pick up for that price point? Some Magic Rock beers that are okay. Even the Vocation, £3.50 you get the Smash and Grab, the double IPA. I think that's about £3.50, unless that's gone up to £4. I mean, that's sensational, isn't it? But this is not as thick as that. It's just a whole new... I could do the rest of this review with my eyes closed. It's just a whole different range of flavour that you're going to get from a Polly's beer. And the fact you can pick this up in a supermarket. The fact that you can get this from a Morrisons. Hopefully from your local Morrisons, because not all Morrisons do them, as I say. Oh, it's just so good. Again, I don't think it's faulting anywhere in terms of the mouthfeel. In terms of the body, it's medium to sort of getting thick, but it's creamy. You can tell it's made with oats and wheat, and it's a pleasure to have in your mouth as a drinking sensation. Flavour wise, there's a lot of that bubblegum vibe going on in this. I've got it down the sides of my cheeks now, and it's... I tend to find you get this with Mosaic more when it's dry hopped, and I should imagine this is dry hopped beer rather than kettle hopped. Kettle hopped, you can get it really piney, and I love a bit of pine needle on kettle hop beers, but that's not Polly style. They're like their Neepers, their New England hazy style beers, and from this I'm getting bits of pineapple, I'm getting bits of mango, and then I'm getting this sort of berry and bubblegum vibe. It's a bit, if you remember, I think it was last year now, when Boss Brewing, Welsh company, brought out a bubblegum pale ale into Lidl, part of one of the little craft beer festivals from last year. And I tried it, and I really quite liked it. It was very different, and it really split people. This, it's not anywhere near as bad as that, but in terms of what I've got now, and it's still down the sides of my mouth, it's heading towards the back of my palate, but it's still there. But it's like, if you've had bubblegum in your, and I mean like fruity, bubblegum flavour, not chewing gum, bubblegum, hubba bubba stuff, you know what I mean? And then if you've had it in your mouth, I'm just trying to take me back in my mind to when I was a kid. And after you've had it in your mouth for a while, the sweetness is gone. It's quite tart and it's a bit. I should really spit it out now. That's what I'm getting down the sides of my tongue, like a blueberry vibe and the aftertaste, the tartness of bubblegum. It's not necessarily the sweetness. The smell is quite sweet, but the taste is very dry hop mosaic-y. And if anyone's going to do it, Polly's are going to do it. I think out of the three, I do think the Matwaka, that was my favourite. Just because I really like, although I'm really digging this bubblegum vibe thing, I'm really liking that. That is a surefire hit. I know some people say that this ain't as good as the Polly's that you pick up direct from the website or whatever. I disagree. I think that's equally as good as the previous two beers I've had. And it's £3.50. Hazy Honey Pale Ale Mosaic, it's another single hop beer. The Matwaka one was better for me, personally, my palate, but that is absolutely stunning. What's the best before on it? 20th of June next year. It was canned on the 20th of September. Bravo to Morrisons, by the way, for getting Polly's into your stores and really upping the ante. Tesco had you for a bit in terms of this supermarket craft beer war. So definitely take Aldi out of the equation. Lidl, craft beer festivals, some have been good, some have been okay. I do like the Loch Lomond. I usually like the Loch Lomond, the Stewart Brewing and the 71 Brewing stuff. I did this time what I had. So we'll shift Lidl out of the way. So in terms of the real battle really was between Tesco and Morrisons. Asda's sort of on the sidelines. Sainsbury's, I think they're trying to get involved a bit more now, but I don't have a Sainsbury's near me anyway. Well, I do, but not one that does craft beer. It only does the 330ml cans. I don't have any 440s. But in terms of Tesco, you know, the beers that Tesco brought out last year were quite ballsy. So when they brought out the Vocation Roll with it, and then they brought out the Vocation Banana Imperial Stout and the Triple IPA, they were like, haha, Morrisons, over to you. And what Morrisons have done is they've kept a lot of the really good beers, so that have been in there for a few years. So you're looking at like your Vocation and Brew York Sweet Temptation Chocolate Caramel Stout, stunning beer, they've kept it. Smash and Grab they've had in there for a while from Vocation, they've kept that. You know, some of the Northern Monks they've kept, like Transient, and they've really been quite good, Morrisons. And so what they've done is they've brought Polly's on board, and to me that is a stroke of genius on Morrisons' part. Polly's, I'm hoping it gets some more fans. I'm hoping it grows their brand and makes them more appealing to a wider audience. But £3.50, that is like, wow. That's a wow factor from when I first had the Vocation Love and Hate. When I reviewed that and it was £3 and I was like, this is the proper stuff for £3. This is the proper stuff for £3.50. You could pay double that in a bar. Easily. Double it. You could that'd cost you £7 in a craft beer bar. You know, for a 6.7% double dry hopped IPA jobber. It's beautiful. I have 2 thumbs up, 2 feet, you get the idea by now. 4 limbs out of 4. I could easily add an ear to that as well. Cut off my nose to spite my face. Yeah, what can I say? Polly's Brew Co. I've got one more to do, and I'm hoping it's going to cleanse my palate a little bit. So stick around, that is going to be coming up in a couple of minutes. So that'll be on the next video. Ciao for now, people. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe if it's your cup of tea. See you in a bit. Back soon.